Buongiorno, buongiorno, c'est moi encore. Good day, hello, it's me again. Bear with me. Right, next t-shirt from the second phase of the Truth T range, the Truth t-shirt range. This one says, as you can read, if you don't want to change the world, there's something wrong with you. Okay, I repeat, if you don't want to change the world, there's something wrong with you. This is from the Truth T OriginalTechNic Nicola Kench design range. Okay, of course, simple and desperate statements. I'm a connoisseur of simple and desperate statements because sometimes the problems are simple and desperate. This one is definitely a clarion cry against those who tell me that everything is as it is meant to be. Okay. Well, okay, yeah, we don't see eye to eye on that one, okay? So basically, if you think that everything is as it is meant to be, right, and I know that that is a spiritual idea, etc., 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 what I think about that, okay, is I think that you can experience, and I say this as a meditator, a meditator, somebody who's meditated for many, many years, right? Is it when you meditate, you can experience something which feels like that. It feels like everything is perfect when you meditate, and it's an extraordinary feeling. It's an extraordinary life-changing practice, and it's an extraordinary feeling. However, when you stop meditating and you look around yourself at the world, you might find that everything is not quite so perfect anymore, okay? What this is about the fact that creativity, all right, is agency, and agency is free will. And free will is creativity. And to be able to look around the world and say, I see this, I feel this, and I want to do something about this, is your humanity. It is your responsibility. Okay? When you say, I want to have an effect in the world, I want to care, I want to engage with the world, I want to change the world. If you don't want to change the world, there's something wrong with you. Something has gone wrong. Something has gone wrong. And I think that drive to change the world, people can view that really, really easily as being some kind of megalomaniac thing. It's not megalomaniac. What it is it's very, very, very fundamental. It's a very fundamental, if anything, very primitive, almost childlike response to the world. Not just to change it in your image, but to have agency and to have an effect in our world. And I think sometimes with capitalism, of course, Marx spoke about the alienation in capitalism. With capitalism, we lose control over our sense of agency. And now I know that many, many, many people are involved with social work and involved with frontline activities that make sense to them and make sense of their world on a daily basis. And not everybody has to be doing stuff that is worthy and socially serving and, you know, sees the bigger picture. I understand that as well. But there's something about, and it's not megalomania, there is something about viewing the world around you and wanting to engage with it to make your life better and to make the lives of others better, which I think is a primitive and wondrous drive. And I don't think we should give up on it. The great news is that because of environmentalism and because of the planetary situation on an environmental level, is that now is the time more than ever to understand that primary activism, what you do on a day-to-day basis, affects the planet. Okay, your habits affect the planet. Now, right now, as I've said repeatedly, I am a work in progress, and I'm learning and I'm putting different pieces of a jigsaw puzzle together to make sense of various ideas. But certainly what I do know is every single time you travel by public transport as opposed to taking a short 20-minute long journey by car, every single time you reduce your meat consumption, every single time you travel by a train, not plane, every single time you alter your own clothing as opposed to just buying more and more and more, every single time you look at ways to provoke and to take part in an environmentally friendly conversation, you are doing something for the planet. And what is extraordinary with the environmental movement is that you are capable, you are important, You are viable. What you do counts. All right? And not only that, is it the conversations that you provoke with others. And again, I keep on saying, I am not part of the perfect club. I think in fact, I don't think I know for an absolute fact that it seems that my life's purpose is to make a fool of myself. And I think in my later years, I might have possibly taken that to a high art. But I think part of it is there's this kind of puritanical sort of who's got it perfectly right thing that goes on, okay, in the environmental movement. And I think we need to break through that and find ways to make fools of ourselves in ways that are productive, and ways that provoke a debate in a way that is healthy and in a way that is okay to be wrong. Okay? Every single one of us is in a plastics and petrol economy. We are making incremental, look at that, we are making incremental and strategic steps forward. And every step does count, and something is better than nothing. So I didn't want to leave Pierre out. I can feel him like telepathically shouting at me. This is Pierre, and he says hello, he loves you too, okay? He's more into this. No, he's not more into this than I am. He isn't. Anyhow, right. These t-shirts cost £18. I produced them myself. The green supply chain is not perfect. I am working on that. It is all about capital. The minute I develop capital, mark my words, I'll be scurrying along that green supply chain. £3 from every t-shirt sold goes to SolarAid, which is looking at green technology, and particularly solar lights in the developing world, particularly Zimbabwe and Malawi. They sell solar lights for £4. They do that to raise money within the local economies. And with that £4 solar light, they are able to light up a family's room, a family's home, safely at night without the use of kerosene lamps, which are deeply toxic and very, very, very unsafe. What they are proving is they are proving the viability of grassroots solar technology in off-grid areas of the world, and they are transforming communities. I particularly wish, as a first world capitalist, which we all are, by the way, all right, by dint of being here, I particularly wish to connect with organizations that make the extraordinary possible in the developing world as a fail-safe and as a point of reference in any of the negotiations and environmental work that I happen to do in the first world, where the recall and the refrain when you challenge them about their policies and about their monetary policies is always, we do not have the money. And you do have to say, how can you tell us that you have not got the money when you've got £300 million, £400 million budgets, where there are people in the developing world who are creating something extraordinarily out of nothing? My opinion on this is a hardcore one. There is no excuse for not developing proper, economically systemic, funded green technology in the first world. Do not tell us that there is no money. I simply don't believe it. Stay difficult, stay questioning, stay changing the world. You can buy these t-shirts at my website on www.originaltechnic.com. In the shop there, they're £18. £3 from every sale goes to solaraid.org, and I'll be feeding back later. Thank you. Take care.